Welcome to episode 13, part 2 of Untamed and Unapologetic
Lucky
podcast.
13.
Lucky
Remember.
13. Sorry, Lucky 13. My name is Lara. Is my sister. My name is Lara. My name is Christy.
Who are you again? See, 13.
Brain fog. My name is
right.
Christy.
That's what happens.
It's
real.
This is Lara. This is when you have too much good girl energy, you have too much in your head. You're doing too much.
Doing too much. That's it.
Your brain gets overcrowded.
That's right.
But we are going to keep going with the good girl energy. We're going to talk about the roots of the good girl and then the rebellion, like what it actually means to rebel. And we'll go deeper into that.
Yeah.
So the pattern often starts when we're young.
Oh, yeah.
When our anger or sadness is like too much or we're too loud.
Sensitive.
We're told to be nice.
Be nice. Which again,
which is okay.
part of that is, actually,
right.
learning to be
nice.
a nice human in society and to your siblings or friends or classmates or whatever, obviously.
Yeah, but when does it become performance and not really who you really are?
Right. Yeah. At what point does it, become...
And I feel like it's a lot. It is definitely tied to my identity because like I'm labeled as nice because you're like, you don't really have that, but I had like that nice identity.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, if you're not nice, then who am I? Like, what's
right. You're the nice sister.
The nice one.
Yeah.
You're nice.
He's the nice one.
Nice. But it's tough. Like,
I didn't get stuck with that.
Yeah. Your identity's the good girl, but you also, it doesn't, I think the good girl is not just being nice.
No.
Like how for you, do you think it, because you're not seen as like
not nice,
not that you're bad, but how do you feel like the good girl shows up in your life? And I feel like for you, possibly not to label you, it's like just very productive and a hard worker, overworking.
Yes, like overworked, perfectionism.
Perfectionism.
And a lot, of perfectionism and constant achievement. Constant, gotta say yes to this, do this, do this, do this, and do this. And I still do it. I mean, I still do it. I try not to take on as much as I did, but I still do it.
Yeah.
I still do it. Yeah. But I'm better at saying no than I used to be. But it's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll do that. And then I'll do that. And I'll do that. And I'll do that. Yep. Mm-hmm,
Achieving.
Yeah.
Achieve,
so yes,
achieve.
seeing that good girl, like I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And so that's sort of where that came in, like achieve. And if I don't achieve at a high level, then no,
right.
no good.
Like
I'm not worth. Yeah. My worth is, I'm not worthy.
Yeah. Not worthy. Yeah.
So that's kind of that good girl energy for me. Like, that's where that came in. And I don't know if that was a product of being, partially of being the first born. I don't know. I don't know.
And I feel like it's very prevalent in our society now too, because like feminine energy is not doing its being. It's being. So I feel we lost so much of that because I took a course once and they're like, who are you being? And I'm like, what does that even mean?
I don't know.
They always say, who are you being? I'm like, I don't know. But it's like really just, and it's receiving. Feminine energy is like creative and receiving. It's almost like a meditative state where it's like the word muse, you're somebody's muse.
Yeah. You just
like it's
put off this energy and they are inspired by you.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like this. So, I mean, I think the epitome of female energy is like that. You're just relaxed all the time and you just bring energy, you bring peace to people and like that love and that nurturing, like that's feminine.
Right.
And I feel like it's very, very lost in our society now. And it's like, I'm even trying to
100%.
reclaim it in myself because we have to, like, I have to be the nurturer, but I also have to do my finances and emotionally stabilize myself. It's like you're doing everything, right?
Yeah.
But, instead of like being carried and just being the muse.
I mean, like, I just think about like what I did yesterday. It was like a Sunday, and I got up and I went and did a workout with someone, a hard workout with someone that I'm gonna race with, and then I rushed back home and I got my daughter to practice, and then I ran errands because I'm in this like gift exchange for Halloween. So I ran into like 2 different stores because I had to go get this specific gift. So then I did that. Then I went back and I picked her up from practice. Then we went to the store and we got her a pumpkin because she wanted a pumpkin. And then I came home and I sewed her costume. And then I made meatballs because she for dinner. And then it's like I did like this is all like, and then I got on my laptop because it was Sunday.
It's a Sunday,
it was
right?
Sunday, and then I took and then I went to the store again while she was at home. I had to run out for something else. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, right. You're always running around, and it's like if it's
crap.
Yeah, it's always
answered emails, and I'm like, I worked. I'm not supposed to work. Like, okay,
right? Yeah, that's the.
And I'm probably not the only one that did that. I'm sure there's other. Other people
it's like,
when
can we get the day off? And some people I'm sure are like, well, I don't have time for the day off. But it's like I think we can create what we need in life. Like we tell ourselves we can't, because I say that to myself too. I'm like, I don't have time for that. But it's like, what if you just took one day a week and it's just like
didn't
do stuff, all the stuff.
Yeah,
like let it be messy, just read a book or just even a couple hours. And I feel like that's really the feminine energy.
And I did laundry then on top of it.
Fold
all the laundry. Yeah, like what?
That is
as if the laundry is going to go somewhere. This is going to, get up and So
this is another question, and kind of talks about like when you're doing all this in your body, what happens in my body when someone is disappointed in me. So the good girl energy is like you don't want to disappoint anybody. You got to get everything done. It's like tightness in your chest, or you feel stress. I feel that too. It's like you want to, it's almost like a performance, be there for everybody, or show up for your friends, your family, right? And if not, you don't want that. Even if it doesn't, the word disappointment it's maybe not the right word.
It stresses me out. Yeah. It stresses me out.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. Well, and I think like the whole learning, sort of like learning to be nice, also, comes at a price in society for women. And you see this all the time. And this is something that I work with, I've talked with my daughter extensively, and you see it. And I remember there's a clip of a woman, and I wish I could find it. I think it was a reel either on Instagram or Facebook. It might've been, I'm sure probably both. And maybe she even had a TikTok. I have no idea. She's probably around our age, and she had a young adult daughter, late teens, early 20, college age, I would say, probably-ish daughter. And they were she did a little reel that she put up, and they were in like, I want to say New York City somewhere maybe. And they were at some big deal, I guess, pizza place. And they were standing outside and they were eating their pizza, like standing, and some man, middle-aged man, comes across the street to them and walks right up to the daughter. So she's standing there and her daughter's standing there. So this sort of, let's just say call her 19, 20, walks up to her and looks right at the daughter and starts asking questions about like, hey, do you know how to get to, like asking for directions.
Okay.
And the daughter starts sort of like kind of obviously doesn't know where she's going, right? Because she's a tourist as well, and starts to sort of kind of respond. And the mom starts to go, no. And they sort of move out of the way. Because like, obviously the mother is like, you don't start asking a young lady standing right next to an adult woman for directions. That's odd and not inappropriate.
Yeah.
And then I guess he sort of like kind of goes away, and then he sort of comes back and starts again. And she goes, and she sort of sticks. She's like, no, you need to, pushes him off.
Right.
And so after he's gone, the daughter turns and says, well, hey, mom, what if he really needed help?
Yeah.
And she turns to him. This is the good girl thing. And she says, you know,
All
a
right.
55-year-old man does not need anything
Mm-hmm.
from a 19-year-old
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Especially
If you're
when
there
there's a
next to her.
55-year-old woman or whatever, she,
Yeah.
you know, 52 or whatever, standing right
yeah.
next to her.
Yes.
He did not need directions.
Right.
He was
No, exactly.
hitting on
That's
you, trying to talk to you, trying to lure you, whatever he was trying to do.
Right.
It was
Doesn't matter.
inappropriate. An adult man does not need anything from a young lady.
Yes.
And that's our good girl energy. Like, oh, I should be nice. I should be kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to my daughter about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing an adult man
Mm-hmm.
needs to come up and ask you. Ever.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Not a chance. Ever.
I saw that. It's the getting on this is a good example of the good girl energy, getting on the
creepy
elevator alone with you're waiting for the elevator. You're by yourself, female, doesn't matter how old you are. Elevator opens up. There's a man in there. And again, sometimes it doesn't matter if it could be, you feel comfortable, you get in. But what if you have like this energy oh, something's wrong, or he's of a different race. So now you're being racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have this feeling.
You have a feeling.
You have the
just
feeling.
have an energy that it's not
Yes.
right.
And you get in there anyway, even though
your
that's
gut.
Right, your gut. You can be like, no, you know what? I'm going to wait for the next elevator. Again, and you just get that intuition and that good girl energy. Oh, I don't want to judge this guy or make him think I'm this certain way or whatever, or being a racist or anything like that. And you get in the elevator despite what your intuition.
Because that's your good girl.
Your good girl.
Your good girl.
You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Exactly.
That good girl BS gets you in trouble.
Right.
If your intuition is always, my intuition has never, ever been wrong. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You feel it. You could feel it. And we lose that with all the programming of being a good girl or not trying to upset anybody or this or that. You're like,
the second that goes off, I'm out.
Yeah, forget it.
I am out. I don't care. So I talk to.
I never let anybody walk behind me. If I'm walking alone in the street, I turn around and I'm just very social that way. Approach people.
Yeah.
I just had to look at who's behind me because I don't like, and everyone's like, I get it.
Yeah. And who cares if they don't? Again.
Yeah, everyone's.
So that's the nice girl thing. If you were younger, you'd be like, oh, I don't want to offend them. And now I'm like, I don't know you.
Like,
I don't give a shit.
I was like, I gotta look behind me.
You're going to be pissed off? So what?
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Definitely interesting. So let's talk about the rebellion a little bit. So
so
the rebellion, it doesn't mean you have to like becoming like bad, right? It's just more of like you're becoming whole or yourself. So you're bringing back your creative side, your assertiveness, your messy side, your radiant self, the parts that you were afraid to express before. It's like, who am I when I stop performing? What rules of womanhood am I ready to break? What rules of womanhood am I ready to break? I'd have to think about that one a little bit. What rules of,
Well, I think we just touched on it. The sort of like
assertiveness,
always being accommodating. Always being accommodating, always being nice, not being assertive. I think all of those things, like you can, figuring that you're going to come off as a bitch. The other thing that this is definitely a very female trait, is to be passive aggressive, right? In general, women are more passive aggressive.
In general, yeah.
In general, I know plenty of men who've got passive aggressive down. Let me tell you. But in general, that's more of a feminine trait, and I think that's because we're taught to be the good girl, so we don't want to be assertive. So we come off as passive aggressive, and it's just so much better to let that down.
Yes.
And
like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, that's passive aggressive. Let it be messy, be assertive, and say, you know what? Actually, I'm not fine.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's up.
Yeah. So important.
The passive aggressive does not serve pretty much anyone.
The silent treatment. The worst.
Pretty much it doesn't serve anybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't serve you, doesn't feel good for you, doesn't serve the person that you're
Yeah.
pushing back against. It either pushes them away more or it pisses them off more.
Or the resentment. That's probably
Or
what
you create a lot of resentment.
resentment. Yeah. It bubbles up later.
Yeah. So I think like, that passive aggressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, like let that, let that down, become, more assertive.
Yeah. I think there needs to be like a class on definitely like communicating. I could use that because I feel like
It's hard.
now, yeah, communication and just expressing how you feel. Because I feel like that is a lot of like maybe the good girl, or like you suppressed or didn't share your feelings, which just a lot of like things would have been different for me if I was able to communicate, hey, I didn't like that, or I would like you to show up this way, or I didn't understand. Like I would never say any of those things because it's like I didn't want to,
100%.
make waves or whatever. You don't want to make waves.
Yeah, you don't want to make waves. You don't want to piss people off.
Yeah. Or somebody always, who says it? I always hear this a lot. You have to choose your battles. I was like, but do you really? Like you have to choose your battles. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Like in relationships, it's just like, well, why does it have to be a battle? It's like you have to choose your battles and really, I know you're saying compromise, but also it's better, well, communicate.
Yeah. Why don't we just talk about what we need?
Yeah, what we need. And like in the correct way.
In an adult sort of way. Like, why don't we just talk about how that makes us feel and
choose your battles. So basically saying like, I am being quiet this time. So when something else comes up, then I could voice my opinion. That's what, to me, choose your battles. Because I get it. I'm like, oh yeah, you got to choose your battles. I'm like, well, do you? It's literally like, well, I'm not going to say anything this time because something else might come up where, oh, then I get to say something.
Right.
It's like,
that doesn't make sense. I think sometimes now, you have to shelve things. Like there's a time and a place. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, do you?
Well, I mean, depending on the scenario, if you're in public and there's something goes on, you're not going to have this big argument in front of maybe in front of people or something that it's inappropriate timing.
I think compromise is definitely a thing. You have to make a compromise.
But you would still bring it up like, hey, earlier when we were in front of everyone and you said XYZ at the party, I didn't want to bring it up because there were 20 other people around.
Yeah.
Obviously that would be just.
Yeah, but but
you would bring it up rather than being like, I'm not going to say anything. And like 3 months later be like, oh, I'm going to say something now.
Yeah.
That's different.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to definitely. But I think, I've definitely been guilty of that. Not saying anything, not saying anything. And then suddenly you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed.
And I feel like the rebellion, like I said, doesn't have to be bad. It's almost like a quiet rebellion where you're just like choosing yourself a little bit more, not in a selfish way, but it's like, oh, I'm going to, again, do some of the things I like. And I'm like, I don't need to please everyone all the time.
Right.
Like, am I doing this? And it gets confused. I feel like it gets confusing if I'm doing this for myself or I just been used to doing things for so long that it's just like expected of me. It's like, am I just doing these things because it's just expected? It's how I lived. Or do I actually like doing certain things? Like, so I even talked about like socially, I'm like, do I actually want to go out and be with these people tonight? Or am I just doing it because it's socially acceptable?
I'm supposed to. Right.
So it's like, as I get older, it's like, I question that. And it's like, it took me like a while to figure it out. I'm like, well, I'm not sure.
Right. I feel like, like mom gave up, doing Thanksgiving. Like when she gave that up, I think that was like.
That's a big one. Right.
Completely,
exactly.
Like that was
like I'm exhausted.
Like
it's a lot of work.
Girl thing. She was like, doing it. I'm out.
That's a good example.
You
yeah.
know?
That's
like,
a good
I think
example.
for a while she hung on to it because it was like.
Expected.
Who else is going to do this?
Yeah.
And then finally she was like. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like this is a lot. Like she did it for many years.
Yeah. Many years. Yeah.
And so she was like, this is like, I'm toast. This is like,
Right. Yeah.
She's like, what am I doing this for? Like, I think she did enjoy it for many years. And then it just got to be to a point where she's like,
that's a good point. That's a good point to bring up because other people, it's like hosting parties.
Yeah.
It's so much work.
Yeah.
And I just had
Which
a
is
friend,
great.
right? Which is again,
It's
but
fun.
and some people like, you look forward to it, but it gets to a point where is it serving you anymore? You could say, no, I'm done.
Right. And she was finally like,
Yeah.
okay, this is my last.
That's a good example.
This is my last one.
Yeah.
Retiring from the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's we could end on that question. It's like, what can you say no to, or how do you make space for, it's like a quiet little space for yourself to do more of what you would like, right? How could you ask other people in your life for just, again, somebody picked up the slack. It's like you create this vacuum and like, oh, I'll have Thanksgiving. There's other things out that you don't think about. It's not going to, the world's not going to end because you don't have that party or the,
right.
Right.
The family,
you don't make dinner. You don't make dinner that
survived.
night. Yeah.
Our family Thanksgiving survived.
Yes,
it went on.
It carried on. Yes.
Yes, carried on.
Oh.
Thank you to the next person.
Thank you to the next.
Yeah, right. It's survival.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Right. With that, I think we are wrapping it up.
Yes.
I want to remind you to stay untamed and unapologetic.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.